Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about how to check the sample data that follows normal distribution or not. If you're new to this channel, please press the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified. In today's video, we will see how to analyze the continuous data. Continuous data consists of measurement recorded on a scale. The examples for such kind of data includes white blood cell counts, blood pressure or temperature. And there are two types of statistical tests that are appropriate for continuous data, that are parametric tests and non-parametric tests. So how to decide which test to use to analyze the data? Parametric tests are suitable for the normally distributed data, whereas non-parametric tests are suitable for any continuous data based on ranks of the data values. Because of this, non-parametric tests are independent of the scale and distribution of the data. And the first step is to check the sample for normality, whether it follows a normal distribution or not. That is the first step we need to do before using parametric or non-parametric tests for the analysis. The parametric test assumes that the data has a known and a specific distribution, also known as the Gaussian distribution. And if the samples are not following a Gaussian distribution, then non-parametric tests must be used for the analysis. And the technique that can be used to check whether the data sample deviates from a Gaussian distribution is called as the normality test. And the methods for normality testing, we can analyze this by graphical methods or by statistical tests. The graphical methods include histogram plot, contile plot. These are the most widely used methods for normality testing to check the data follows a normal distribution or not. And the other statistical tests include Shapiro-Wilk test, D'Agostino K-square test and Anderson-Darling test. So before going to these tests and analysis, we need to see how to interpret the result. So we can use either statistic or p-value. Statistic requires a deeper understanding, whereas the p-value is easy to use and interpret. One of the main criteria which we use for the acceptance or rejection of this is the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis test assumes that the sample was drawn from a Gaussian distribution. A threshold level is chosen called as the alpha, typically at 5% that or the 0.05, and that is used to interpret the p-value. If p-value is less than or equal to alpha, then null hypothesis can be rejected, meaning that the data is not from a normal distribution. Whereas p-value is greater than alpha, then it failed to reject the null hypothesis. That means the data is normal. Larger the p-value confirms that the sample was likely drawn from a Gaussian distribution. A result above 5% does not mean that null hypothesis is true. It means that it is very likely true for a given available evidence. And p-value is not the probability of the data fitting Gaussian distribution. It can be thought of a value that helps us interpret the statistical test. Now let's see what are the different types of statistical tests. So I'll not go very much deep into this. There are many tests that is available to analyze the data. The most commonly used tests are Shapiro-Wilk test, D'Agostino test and the Anderson-Darling test. The Shapiro-Wilk test evaluates a data sample and quantifies how likely the data drawn from a Gaussian distribution. It is named for Samuel Shapiro and Martin Wilk. And the next test is D'Agostino's K-square test, and this calculates summary statistics from the data, namely kurtosis and skewness, to determine the data distribution deviates from normal distribution. This test is named for Ralph D'Agostino. In this, mainly skew and kurtosis are the two things which are analyzed, and skew is the quantification of how much a distribution is pushed left or right. So it is a measure of asymmetry in the distribution, whereas kurtosis quantifies how much the distribution is in the tail. It is a simple and commonly used tool for the normality testing. Coming to the Anderson-Darling test, it is a statistical test to evaluate whether a data sample comes from one or among many of the data samples named for Theodore Anderson and Donald Darling. It can be used to check whether the data sample is normal. The test is a modified version of a more sophisticated non-parametric goodness of fit statistical test called the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. A feature of this Anderson-Darling test is that it returns a list of critical values rather than a single p-value. In other cases, we will get a p-value, but here a list of critical values are given. So the critical values in the statistical test are a range of predefined significance boundaries at which the null hypothesis can be failed to be rejected if the calculated statistic is less than the critical value rather than just the p-value. These are the overview of how to do the normality testing. And if you like the video, please press the like button and share it with your friends. Thank you.